What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and I usually don't make a video on the same stock twice in one day, but this stock is so promising that I'm actually going to do it this time. Now, we're talking, of course, about Aterian Inc., ticker symbol ATER, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about my trading plan and how I intend on trading this stock and some patterns that I've recognized that you could potentially use to mirror my trades. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, and you have to plan your own trades and whatnot. This is just giving you some ideas if you're interested in following along with me. Not financial advice. Do not do this if you're not comfortable with it. I don't recommend it to anyone, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So here we have a look at the chart, and I will give you guys just a very brief overview of ATER in case you didn't see the video I released earlier today. Basically, this is a massive short squeeze that's going on right now. You can see we were down at $3 just earlier, about 2 weeks ago, and now we're at $17 right now. So you can actually see on Ortex the short interest percent of free float is 53%. And I don't want to bore you guys because I know that a lot of you probably watched my last video. So that's just, that's what I'm going to talk about right there. I'm just going to say that. Obviously, this is a short squeeze, and if you're more interested in learning more about what's been going on with this and some potential catalysts for why it's going up, watch the other video, okay? This video, I'm going to be talking about my trading plan for ATER. And what I have noticed over the past couple of days is that we see a very similar pattern with ATR, and a lot of people are wondering, is now the right time to get in? Can I get in right now, and is it too late to ride this thing up? Now, I don't think it's too late. Obviously, looking at the Sortex data, there is still a massive current short interest. What we looked at in the other video included some Google Trends data and Reddit data that actually showed we may be just at the very beginning of this thing's pump. But what I've noticed regarding today, trading-wise, right? Where is a good position to get in my opinion? Well, I've noticed a similar pattern. This thing oftentimes, if you look back at the past, even over the past 30 days, you can see this thing tends to follow a similar pattern where we pump up in early morning trading right here, and then we dip down and fade away later in the day. Right here, we pump up and fade away. Over here, we pump up and fade away. Right here, we pump up and fade away. Same thing again and again. Pump up, fade away. Pump up, fade away. Now, obviously, we're kind of on the pump up part right now. It's not guaranteed if we're going to continue that, right? We are hitting this resistance, or rather support at $17. We formed a pretty solid zone right here where a lot of traders were getting in, and we are hitting that as a support level right now. So it's not guaranteed that we're going to break through, right? This might be the biggest fadeaway that we get. This thing could obviously start shooting up. These are massive movements that we've seen, up 45% on the day. So obviously, today isn't like all other days, and I can't guarantee that this stock isn't going to shoot up, but I also can't guarantee that it's not going to fade away as it has many times in the past. Now, this stock still hasn't quite gotten the mainstream attention on Reddit and Wall Street Bets as we looked at in the other video. And I do think that there is some real potential that this thing will fade away a little bit because 45% is an absolutely massive gain. And it would be almost shocking if we held that throughout the entire day. Obviously, we could go to up 100% because this is a very promising stock and a very promising play. I'm not, trying to brag about this stock and trying to just rag on about it and get people to get in on it. I do not want to convince anyone who's not interested in playing this to play this stock, okay? This is just my opinion right here. I really don't want to be responsible for any losses that you guys have, and this isn't financial advice, but my opinion on this is that I think potentially we're going to see a fadeaway later into the day, and that's the point at which I would be comfortable entering the stock, just following along with that pattern that we've seen many times. Once again, I don't want to just buy in on this thing when it's near all-time highs because there is a very high chance, well, not all-time highs, but you see all-time highs for this recent rally because there is a decent chance that it will just fade away. And, all of these pump-ups that we've seen in the past, like if you look at SPRT or BBIG, they really do run up quite a bit, but then they do fade away. Right here, you can see BBIG, and this is kind of like, on any of these days when you really just bought in on the early morning hype, there was a real potential that you'd be losing a bit of money. So ATER is no different. I think that, buying right here is a little bit too risky for me. I don't actually intend on getting in around even $17. I was considering for a brief moment getting in if this thing dropped to 17 just because I saw this as a resistance level and a support level, right? It acted as resistance earlier today and is now acting as support, and there's the potentiality that this thing is going to bounce off of it and make some small gains. And if I was looking to take a little scalp trading position, this would potentially be a good place to get in because, in my opinion, it's kind of likely that we will bounce up a little bit past it. If not, then, maybe we might just fade away, but I would obviously have a stop loss somewhere on here. But what I do think about ATR is that will probably fade away. Obviously, that's just the suspicion I have based off of prior data. It's not a guarantee, and I can't promise anything. But if we do end up fading away to a significant level where I feel comfortable entering this thing, maybe up only like, 16 to 25%, then I would consider entering this thing for the long term to get in on the squeeze. I think that it is a great opportunity and that we're really just entering the beginning of this squeeze as long as institutions don't hold us back too much. As I mentioned in the other video, $20 will likely act as a fierce resistance level. I do expect that some institutions are going to be really trying to push us down at the $20 level because they don't want this thing to run up past that point, right? They have entered a lot of short positions around $3 to $10, and they don't want this thing to go past 20. 20 has already acted as both a support level in the past and a resistance level, so it's going to be a very clear point, a very obvious point for a lot of traders, and traders are going to be watching this and noticing if institutions start pushing it down, traders are going to start trading based off of those technicals and maybe start exiting their positions because they think that this is acting as a very hard resistance. Now, I do expect that we'll see a little bounce there, and it really just depends on how much momentum we can get behind this and how many people we can get behind ATER, whether or not we'll actually break through 20 in a strong way and potentially reach $50 and make new highs. We'll see. We'll have to see about that. I will almost certainly, if we do see a fadeaway, be entering a position as long as I catch it, right? If I'm paying attention when I see a fadeaway, probably to around, the $15 to $16 level, maybe even $14. If we can get down that low, I would love to grab some shares around there because I think this is just too big of an opportunity. And obviously, if I were trading this, I would be having a pretty tight stop loss. I don't want to just diamond hands this all the way into the dirt. I have no personal stake in ATER, and if I notice this thing really drop below $10, I would be looking to get out, right? So I'd be losing about maybe 30-35% of my capital, but I think that the potential gains that we could see on this thing outweigh the risk of that loss. So that's my opinion on it. And that's what my trading plan is. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, I hope you did, then consider smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel. And I will mention this, if you guys want some free stocks, there's the opportunity to get those in the description with the Webull referral link. You can get up to $2,300 of free stocks. So that's a really great opportunity, $2,300 for free. All you have to do is make an account, you get a free stock, and then deposit $5, you get a second free stock. That link will be in the description and the pinned comment. So other than that, I have nothing else for you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.